I mean, if you think about it, the brain is kind of just like a lasagna, layer on layer on layer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to the show, people. Welcome to the show.
Eat my shorts.
So here is to conversation.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Welcome to the Cash Exchange.
Welcome.
How have you been? How was your 80-degree winter?
It is 8:24 in the PM, and it is 70 on this beautiful December evening. And it was a nice and sunny day.
I went out to run errands today, and it's been raining, but it is still shorts and a tank top weather outside.
Yeah.
Which, granted, Texans don't have their bar in the right place, but everyone is still enjoying the warm weather.
Yeah. Now, Texas always gets its stuff like end of January, February, and then it'll last for 3 days and it'll be miserable and everyone's crashing their cars and the bread and milk is all gone. But then after those days are up, then we're good to go for another 363 days.
Yeah. I have the misfortune of having to drive a U-Haul or have somebody drive a U-Haul for me during the 2 weeks of winter that we get.
Yeah.
So I'm crossing my fingers that I'm in the good zone this go around.
You excited?
I am, yeah. I am coming back to DFW.
Does that mean live episode recording again?
I mean, technically, it's always live episode recording.
Technically, but there's just something you miss out on when you're not in the same room.
This is true. I mean, you're in Miami right now, so there's still some degree of separation.
Yes.
This isn't just a Texan podcast, guys.
Even when you come back, there's still going to be plenty of ones where we're in different time zones, but
yeah,
it'll be nice to have some that are IRL.
Where we can sidestep some of the technical issues that we've run into.
Yes.
Namely, my apartment building's god-awful Wi-Fi.
I cannot wait until you get reasonable Wi-Fi again.
First world problem.
I agree, but when you're trying to do this and we have to torpedo an entire episode because of your stupid internet.
That is fair. And it was going to be a good one, too.
It was going to be a good one.
Maybe December of 2026.
Yeah.
You want to know what your 3 things are for today?
Yes, 3 things, please.
All right, so your 3 things for today are mirrors, brooms, and black cats.
Mirrors, brooms, and black cats. Are there levels to this? Like, can you be semi or maybe super?
Yeah, I believe there are levels to this.
So you could be a little stitious or you could be superstitious?
You could be a little stitious, or you could believe that all of these things bring bad luck, and you could be the perfect target for our episode today. Superstitions.
I do not like superstitions.
Is that a blanket statement? None of the superstitions?
Okay, well, let me say this. I generally do not believe in superstitions, but I don't do things to welcome possible outcomes from superstitious things.
Okay. I'm going to need you to elaborate on that.
Okay. I work around a lot of ladders.
Mhm.
If I am walking up to a ladder, I will take the extra 3 steps to go on the outside of the ladder versus walking under the ladder.
Okay.
I don't believe that if I just make that straight line under the ladder, that I'm going to be cursed for always in eternity. But just like, why welcome it in, you know?
I think in that particular instance, the superstition that comes with that was probably just based on a lot of people who regularly use ladders who were pissed off because people were making them unsafe by not walking those 3 extra steps to go around the ladder. This is just a bunch of like handymen that were just really mad that people were knocking stuff over?
I will say I was in Boston and I was working on a rooftop. It was only, I don't know, maybe 18 feet to the
Mhm.
top of the roof. I had an extension ladder set up from the sidewalk to the edge of the roof. And while I was up there, some jackass came by and kicked my ladder out from off the roof.
Mhm.
I would be 1000% on board if that person kicked it out from under the ladder and was cursed for eternity.
I think in that situation, it's karma.
I don't think that happened, but it's karma for me.
No. Do bad things and bad things happen.
Was that thing Carson Daly was talking about?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right from Carson Daly's lips to your morphine-laced ears.
Yeah, and I had to, luckily, there were enough surfaces that I could just kind of parkour my way down.
Did you say parkour as you were making this trek?
I thought it. I mean, it was just me. So I guess I could have said it and it would have been no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
But I realized that day that parkour was not in my future because I got real scraped up. So,
Well,
I mean, if nothing else, then that jackass Bostonian had me realize the fact that my parkouring dream was never to come true. So,
the truth comes for us all eventually.
silver lining, I guess. Do you try to find silver linings? How good are you at finding silver linings in any situation?
I am great at it to the point of delusion sometimes.
Same.
I
Must be a DNA thing.
I am a very positive person, and I will always try to find the upside of a thing that happens, no matter how sucky it might be on its face. Because I believe that even the worst things that happen to us are still lessons.
That's what I say.
And although that is not fun to think about, to think that a sucky thing is in your best interest, I still think that there's upsides to anything.
When I look back at situations in my life where things have gone to hell in a handbasket, I can pull out at least one thing, one good thing that came out of it.
Yeah.
And I think that is very important for not driving yourself crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
And it is not something that I have always been good at, and it's not something that I've always uh, wanted to do. Past 5 years or so of my life have given me pause and the want to reflect on whatever's happened and how to make the best of it.
Yeah. I think in the worst case scenarios, once you are kind of distanced from the situation, if nothing else, you can find solace in the fact that you're not in that anymore.
You're through it. Yeah.
I've definitely found myself in that position a lot where like I kind of take a moment to do that reflecting and then I realize how not great a situation was for me and then I'm like, "Oh, well, that sucks. I don't necessarily want to think about it, but I'm not there anymore." So, go me. I'm doing better.
There are situations that I have found myself in, either by my own choices or by my own decisions, that I probably technically should not be here to record this podcast.
Yeah.
But I did. I made it through. I overcame, rose above, just came out the other side. Maybe not better for it, but
Yeah.
with a better mindset because of it.
That's important growth.
It is.
I am a superstitious person to an extent. I think that there is a lot of things that sound like nonsense for like where they came from, why we still practice them, whatever, which we'll get into a little bit later. But I also feel like sometimes doing a thing just brings a minimal amount of joy and it doesn't take like anything out of your day. Like I realized the other day, which is actually kind of what made me think about this. I said something that was not super positive and I knocked on wood after I said that.
Mm,
And I realized that I do that a lot.
because of Taylor Swift.
Don't you dare.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting. You are living the life of a showgirl.
I will end this episode right now.
She's not that bad.
The Life of a Showgirl was not a good album.
Knock on Wood was not a good song. Life of a Showgirl, the song, that's great. It's got, it's supposedly about Britney Spears. Fate of Ophelia, that's a great song. It's a jam.
I personally did not like anything that I heard of Life of a Showgirl. And we did miss our episode on Taylor Allison Swift.
Well, we'll come back around.
I did all this background work, and for what?
For next December 13th, perhaps.
Fine.
I don't know. That's definitely one that we all have to be in the same room.
Yeah.
So it gets real heated.
It's not going to get real heated.
You get real down in the mud.
I'm not going to be mean about Taylor Swift. She is just not my vibe.
For whatever reason, the 7-year-old is completely obsessed with the song Elizabeth Taylor. She has no clue who Elizabeth Taylor is.
Yeah.
But she's a big fan of the song.
I don't know that I remember which song that is. The only ones I specifically know are Wood, Fate of Ophelia,
You
and
would.
Opalite.
You don't like Opalite? That's so
It was
cheery.
fine. It was fine. I don't know. I'm not the target demographic, I think, for much of her music, which is fine. That's not everything is for everyone.
Did you actually knock on wood?
So I do this a good amount, and it has become a habit of mine, but I definitely don't always knock on wood specifically because there's not always I have plasterboard cabinets. Or pressboard cabinets. So technically it's probably wood, but
That's wood.
but I'm also not going to get up and go seek out the nearest piece of wood if I say a thing that might incite bad luck. So it's a thing that I do not for the superstition, because if I did, I would be seeking out the actual thing I'm supposed to be touching in this situation.
Faja knocks on wood
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
all the time, mid-conversation. I'll ask him how his stuff's going, and he says, I got something else lined up.
Oh, yeah, he does do that a lot.
Hope it works out. Yeah.
Apparently, because I've had this conversation with Nate, apparently Europeans will knock on glass, and I don't necessarily understand that one, also for reasons that we'll get into a little bit later.
That seems a lot more dangerous.
I mean, you're not trying to punch it. I don't think you're supposed to punch wood in that situation either. You can just tap it like an aquarium.
No, don't do that. As a proud fish father,
As a proud fish father.
that is the worst thing you can do with an aquarium is tap on the glass.
I always swim shady these days. Catherine Beta-Jones.
Well, I don't know when the last time I updated our listeners on the goings on of our little colony, but about 4 months ago, one of them was just really lethargic and just not having it, and got super fat and then super skinny, and then would just hang around the bottom. And so I had to research humane euthanasia for fish.
Oh.
I went to the store and had to buy, was it eucalyptus essential oil? Something very potent. And as soon as I opened it, it smelled up the whole house. And you have to put them in a separate bowl, and then you just have to put them on a drip of eucalyptus until they just are no more. But at this point, this fish was barely breathing. And so I would put the drops in there. I'd come back 30 minutes later, think that the deed was done, and then little gill would flap. Son of a bitch. Another round. Anyways, yeah, we gave him a proper burial at sea.
Yeah.
With
Actual sea? Did you take him to Galveston or?
I mean, all pipes eventually lead to the sea. So just he got a water slide ride beforehand.
Was this the occasion where you sung Ave Maria at the toilet bowl?
Yes. Yes, it is. I forgot we sent you that video. Oh, that was after the time where we had our previous set of 4 tetras that I replaced their water. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if I got sidetracked or if I got distracted, but I forgot to put the dechlorinator in the tank before I put them
Ooh.
back in, and so I poisoned them all with chlorine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a mass funeral. It was very upsetting.
I would imagine that's why you went the Kevorkian route to gently lead your other one to his end.
It was traumatizing because just one of them dropped off, and they're like, "What the hell's going on?" And then another one, and then another one, and then the fourth one, and you feel like a monster.
I
I don't
bet.
know how Bundy did it.
I've always been curious how why people are still, like, giving guinea pigs to their children, because I have literally never heard a story of a guinea pig ownership going right. I have
Of
never
them just dying of
heard of a
old
guinea
age.
pig. Yes, I've never heard of a guinea pig just dying of old age. It's always the most
Uh,
traumatizing thing that could possibly happen to your pet. Got lost in our hideaway sofa or hideaway bed. Found him, like, 6 months
oh, you
later behind the fridge, still kicking it.
you come back from college, and he just slowly meets you at the door. Charles.
I don't know
Uh,
what the lifespan of a guinea pig is supposed to be, because my only experience with them is through stories, and in that sense, they last about 2 days.
let's find
Stop
out.
getting your children guinea pigs. That's my takeaway for the day. Anyway, in addition to knocking on wood when I say things that sound like bad luck, I also, if I spill salt, I'll throw it over my left shoulder. And if I see a penny on the ground, I will either pick it up or flip it over, depending on heads or tails.
Ah, you do that too?
I do, yeah. I either pick it up because it's good luck, or I'll flip it over so the next person gets good luck.
I don't flip it over. Screw them. If the penny wasn't good enough to give me good luck, then I wish that bad luck on them as well.
So you just leave it upside down?
I just leave it. Yeah.
Wow.
Treat it like it has the plague. Like, no, thank you.
I mean, now we're gonna have to do the same with what? Nickels? They don't make
Yeah.
pennies anymore? I mean, granted, I don't know the last time I saw change in a on the ground.
They'll blend in less with the dirt. So, uh,
Fair enough.
according to our Chat GPT overlords, guinea pigs' average lifespan is 5 to 7 years.
Well, that can't be right. 5 to 7 years?
On the shorter end, 3 to 4, with a poor diet, inadequate housing, stress, and lack of vet care. Average around 5 to 6. Longer, some reach 8 or more with excellent care.
Huh. I would personally, I think, have trouble paying for a guinea pig's vet bills.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
getting a guinea
Uh,
pig specifically because I am not going to be the person. I don't have it in me to pay for that kind of care.
so what you're saying is that even guinea pigs should have free health care.
Yes. Healthcare for
Mm.
all is healthcare for all.
I'm not paying for the guinea pig's health care.
Healthcare for all is healthcare for all.
Ugh.
Anyway,
Any
no, I
hoozle.
I don't want to personally subsidize vet care for a guinea pig, but I support anyone. I don't even know who you go to. Do you go to a regular vet? Do you have to go to an exotic animal vet? Because I assume vets are like sometimes lizards, but mostly dogs and cats.
Yeah, I mean, there's specialized vets that deal with cattle, cows.
Do you go to a
I don't
cattle
know
vet?
if you could have much of a career if you specialized in guinea pigs, but maybe. Maybe you could be like world renowned guinea pig doctor.
I'm pretty sure if you tried to take a guinea pig on a plane to travel to this specialized guinea pig doctor, its heart would explode. Guinea pigs are not well built.
They're furry beings that breathe.
They are God's oopsies. So I went into the origins of a couple of the more like commonly known superstitions in the States. And I if I've missed any that you know to be commonly held, let me know.
Okay.
Do you have a guess where the lucky penny superstition comes from?
I'm going to guess the Great Depression.
Okay. When money was precious,
Very
a lot harder to
scarce.
come by.
Is that not it?
It not technically, but I like that idea. It makes sense.
World War II?
The origin of the lucky penny comes from the belief that metals, specifically copper, were divine gifts. They offered protection from evil. And it also theoretically invites more money to come to you. The heads and tails thing is supposed to be like if it's showing you its face, it's good luck.
Hmm.
Whereas if its back is turned to you, then it's bad luck.
So what you're saying is that copper is a gift from God. Trump says no more pennies, no more copper, because he's trying to remove God and he is the Antichrist.
Vote your conscience 2028.
Oh, I'm just kidding. It makes sense from a fiscal standpoint that inflation and everything else has gone so far through the roof that pennies don't make sense anymore.
I'm curious if that would even hold today because copper pennies are not copper.
No,
They're coated in copper, but they're not made of copper.
aren't they mostly nickel?
I'm pretty sure they're made of it's either nickel or iron, something like
Well, if they were mostly iron, they'd be magnetic.
that's fair. Then yeah, nickel sounds right.
That's ironic, don't you think? Like rain.
Knock on wood. Where do you what is your guess as to where this one comes from?
My thought process is that there once was a fella
A man from Nantucket.
that would go around and tell you if you had termite damage. And his test would be to walk around your entire house just knocking on studs.
Okay.
Is that close?
Again, no, but I will still accept
No.
the premise.
Dang.
So this is supposed to ward off bad luck. It is believed that it came from the pagan practice or from a pagan practice and was meant to quote thank the tree spirits.
Mm.
It was encouraging their protection or thanking them for good luck.
So, like hippie stuff.
Yes. I mean Wiccan stuff.
Um,
It was thanking the tree spirits, which is why you knock on wood. Which is why I'm confused why Europeans knock on glass. Are there sand spirits?
maybe. I don't know. Is sand a big time player in uh, Europe? Can't imagine that is. That would make
I
more
think
sense in
so.
the Middle East if their thing was knock on glass.
I don't know. Any
Hmm.
European listeners, please let us know. Why do you knock on glass?
Hmm. Is there anyone we know that spent maybe some time in, I don't know, Western European country for an extended
I,
period of time?
I will say, we have discussed it before, which is the only reason that I know that Europeans knock on glass. I'm pretty sure he told me why, and I don't remember what it was. So I will add this as a little addendum on the next episode if I can find out why they knock on glass.
Hmm.
But until such point, I don't get it.
It's probably because they always have a pint in their hand. So there's
Oh,
always glass nearby because they're just a bunch of raging alcoholics over there.
wow. Wow.
I mean, what else are you going to do? You have to find some way to cope with the fact that you're European somehow. So I don't blame them.
Oh, you know what? I stand corrected. It does seem like it's a drinking thing.
Ha
Europeans knock glasses to show trust and to prevent poisoning, in addition to warding off evil spirits.
Boom.
Huh, there might be more to that. I will still add an addendum if I learn anything new.
So if Taylor Swift were European, she would have had to write the song Glass. It would have to be Knock on Glass. And instead of comparing Travis Kelce's parts to a redwood tree, it would have to be like the Burj Khalifa.
I very much do not like that comparison. I
Hmm.
guess you're right, but I don't like that comparison.
Hmm. Interesting. Wow. The world is so big, yet so small.
Anyway, let's let's talk about Travis Kelce's Burj Khalifa. Why do you think that walking under a ladder is bad luck?
I don't know. I don't even have a witty thing for you other than
I
just Bostonian douchebags. I don't know.
I am still firmly under the belief that walking under a ladder is considered bad luck because it's just a dick move.
It
You
is.
shouldn't put
That is
somebody's
correct.
ladder in jeopardy. They have it for a reason, especially if you are a Bostonian douchebag. So, walking under a ladder comes from a Christian belief that triangles and anything associated with the number 3 is sacred. By walking under a
Mm.
ladder, you are breaking the Holy Trinity, Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it was some sort of like portal type of situation.
Yeah.
But okay. I mean, just don't do it. Especially if someone is on the ladder.
Mhm.
Just don't do it. Don't be that guy. Don't do that. Or if someone obviously set up that ladder and is not currently on it, don't do it.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I don't know for their safety or your safety why you would ever walk under a ladder anyway.
looking for that payday, bruh.
I guess. I don't know. It feels silly to me. I'm
It
not going to
does.
walk under any ladders, but that is for my own safety, not because of bad luck. Opening an umbrella indoors. I also don't open umbrellas indoors.
I don't either.
I think that's more of a reason of like, the logistics of getting an open umbrella out of a doorway seems unnecessarily difficult. I'd rather just open it
Well,
when I'm already outside.
what is indoors? Like for instance, you go from your car to doorway of Walmart with an
Mhm.
umbrella, and then you go through the area where the baskets and stuff are, and then you go into the store. Is it okay in that little area?
I would still think it's bad luck.
So when you're leaving the store, you walk out of that area. Can you open the umbrella before you go out into the parking lot, or you open it as soon as you cross the threshold?
I think even in the case of, like, if you're getting out of your car and going into a store, you would essentially, like, point the umbrella once you're, like at least the umbrella is past the threshold, then you would open it there.
Hmm. Okay.
I also think it's weird to have an umbrella indoors.
It is.
Like, I don't I will say, though, I don't know the last time that I used an umbrella. When it rains, if I don't have a hood, I'm just dealing with the rain. I own an umbrella, I'm pretty sure, but
Wow. What a flex.
that I own an umbrella?
I own an umbrella. Sorry, Mrs. Rockefeller.
I own an umbrella, but I don't use it.
How do you feel about people that use the umbrella for the sun, a rain umbrella for the sun?
I support it.
How do you feel about beach umbrellas?
I definitely support it. I am not super sensitive to the sun, but I know a lot of people who are very sensitive to the sun.
Yes, vampires. Yes.
I am dating one of them, yeah. Uh, but I support your use of umbrellas for sun protection.
Okay.
Are you in the
Okay.
anti sun umbrella camp? Are you against parasols?
I don't care. Do what you gonna do. I think that
Sounds like a yes.
if it's a quick jaunt and you pull out an umbrella, I think that's a little silly. But hey, I
Okay.
don't know. You could be some albino freak for all I know.
The origin of opening umbrellas indoors being bad luck is from two different places. The origin in ancient Egypt was that it insulted the sun god. Don't know that I really understand that one all that well, but the English version of it was that it disrupted household spirits if you opened an umbrella in their midst.
Hmm.
Also learned in my little fact finding mission on that one that the umbrella was invented, or the parasol was invented 4,000 years ago, which is much further back than I thought.
Wow. Do you think the one with the sun god, Raw, is like when you play peekaboo with a baby and you hide your face and then they think you're just gone and they lose their mind and then you're like, peekaboo, just kidding, I'm here. I'm here, sun god. Just joshing.
I mean, it's more likely than not that the sun wouldn't be out when it's raining anyway. Ra would be hidden behind the clouds. You wouldn't see what you're up to.
Yeah, but in Egypt, I mean, you're not worried about rainstorms. You're worried about the sun. Ra, Ra,
I
ooh la la, Roma, ooh
You're just all
gaga.
song lyrics today. Spilling salt didn't have the origins that were as crazy as I thought they'd be. I thought there was gonna be some, like, big pagan thing, quite honestly. Do you have any guesses as to why spilling salt is bad?
uh, yeah, I would guess that the superstition started from a man who really had a disdain for snails.
He loved snails. That's why it was bad luck to spill salt.
No, no. He spilled it in front of him because he saw one approaching him, but then he missed. And so he had to throw it behind him as he was running to try to get the salt on the snail to kill it.
I'm sorry, in this scenario, a human man is running from a snail? They don't move very fast. That's, like, the one thing everybody knows about snails.
Yes. But if you will recall our Slumber Party Massacre episode, Perhaps he didn't have his meat cleaver on him.
Even if you don't have your meat cleaver, you don't have to run from a
Uh,
snail.
okay, maybe it was a light jog. Maybe he just felt moved by the spirit and wanted to get some cardio in and also
Okay.
kill snails. I don't know.
So you
Is
don't
there
spill salt because you need to keep it like Dale Gribble's pocket sand in case you encounter a snail. Pocket sand.
Oh, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have salt on you at all points, at all times.
Until you do your laundry.
But I feel
Always.
like the left shoulder is pertinent and specific because that is the sinister side. Does that have anything to do with it?
It does, actually.
Nice. Nailed it.
So it was originally considered bad luck because salt was incredibly expensive. And it was later attached to like Christianity, but it originated because salt was just very expensive. And so yes, it was bad luck because you have $300 worth of salt and you just dropped it kind of thing. But it was later added in that it was linked to Judas Iscariot because he spilt salt on the table during the Last Supper. In the painting, I guess he has tipped over the little salt shaker of your.
Frickin' Judas.
It is thrown over your left shoulder to quote blind the devil or distract him, therefore negating the bad luck.
That sits on your left shoulder versus the devil or the angel that sits on your right shoulder.
Correct.
That Zach Brown tried to enlighten us on from last week's episode.
Uh-huh.
It all comes back around.
I listened to some of that album and I didn't dislike it as much as I had expected, but
Yeah?
it was very far from my favorite of the Zach Brown songs or albums.
Hmm.
Also, not really my vibe, but I feel like I like it more now that I have listened to it and not just taken it at the face value of the very weird production at the Sphere.
Yeah. I'll give it another listen, but that's probably the most I'll give it. I don't know. I'm sure there's some sort of gem in there that I just haven't come to love yet. We'll see.
I will say the one that he did with Snoop Dogg, I do very much dislike. Did
Not a
not care
fan.
for that at all.
Don't think that I will be a fan. But it's funny that the Bible comes in with this one because salt is a heavy player in the Old Testament. For instance, whenever Sodom and Gomorrah got their comeuppance, and Lot and his wife and a few other people were told to get out of town if you don't want to die. Don't turn back, or else. And of course, Lot's wife doesn't even get a name in the Bible, I don't think, because she's just such a goober. Turns around, turns into a pillar of salt.
Yeah.
So salt was used as a punishment in the Old Testament, and then I guess in the New Testament it was a precious commodity that tipped Judas's hand. Interesting. Very
The more you
interesting.
know.
What else you got?
All right. The last one that I have for American origin stories is Friday the 13th. Do you know where this one comes from?
Yeah, it's the day that Jason Voorhees drowned in the lake at Camp Crystal Lake and was later avenged on Friday the 13th by his mother.
I mean, that's not
Yeah.
technically wrong. It's not the further back origin story, but it is very much why we see Friday the 13th the way that we do. This one also ties into the Last Supper, specifically Judas. It is considered that the 13th person is the one that will do you wrong, essentially. And
Hmm.
so it was believed that the number 13 itself was unlucky because Judas was the 13th person.
Hmm. Judas, man. Ruin it for everyone.
There is also a tie-in aside from the number 13 because Judas or Jesus was crucified on Friday, Good Friday, which feels like a kind of dick move to call it that. Not my business, but just saying.
Uh,
Uh, there is speculation that Friday is historically associated with a lot of bad things. Biblically, you have Cain killing Abel and Adam and Eve's fall that both happened on a Friday. I don't know what that's based on. I am not a religious person. and would be interested in hearing more about that. If you have any more insight into that, let me know.
And Rebecca Black.
It's Friday.
Kennedy was shot on a Friday.
Yeah.
In her music video, she's in a convertible. Some line about which seat should I take, and there's some other stuff. There's some weird stuff with the Kennedy assassination and Rebecca Black's Friday. So look into that. Maybe we'll get into a weird coincidences episode.
I would love that.
Okay. I'll write that down. Weird.
We are just about to be donning the tinfoil hats again.
Weird coincidence.
The association between Black Friday and bad luck really got solidified because of pop culture with the Friday the 13th movie and its 11 other franchise editions. I did not realize that the franchise was so big. I did not know there were 12 Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah. There's the ones where he is at the camp. There's the one where Jason goes to hell. There's the one where Jason goes to Manhattan. There's the one where Jason goes to space. There's the one where he fights Freddy. So
Jason goes to Manhattan.
At least 5. He does. Yes. He walks around Times Square.
Oh.
It's goofy. It's a goofy movie.
This is an actual thing that happened?
This is an actual movie.
Huh.
It's not called like Jason Takes Man. It's not called like Jason in the City or anything like that. It's just like Jason 6 or whatever. Friday the 13th, 7. Jason comes.
Is this like Home Alone 2? Oh, it actually is called Jason Takes Manhattan.
Part 8. Yeah,
Jason
Manhattan.
Takes
Is a subtitle.
Huh.
Oh, it is like an official subtitle of the movie.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, there you go.
Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan. Part VII.
You watch it, you are going to be saying I.
I've been watching a lot of pitch meeting lately, and anytime I've seen Roman numerals, so in like a lot of the research that I've done for this episode, I just think of it the way that Ryan George says it. It's like Frozen, I. I forget which one it was. He was doing the third of something. He was like, I. Is that what the audience is going to think about this movie?
Ryan George is a heavy player in our house.
I've been big into pitch meeting lately. I've been watching the compilations of like all the Marvel movies and whatnot.
Have you watched his other stuff? Like his naming stuff?
His naming stuff?
Yeah. They'll go and like it'll be they'll be naming like tools and stuff, and they'll show a picture of a screwdriver, and he'll be drinking orange juice and vodka drink. It's like, what should we call this? And it's funny. You should check it out.
Okay.
Or there's one where he does a TV ad for his sandwich shop, and the only thing his shop serves is a sandwich with a pretty big pickle in it.
Okay.
And every time we have pickles at the house, the kids always call it a pretty big pickle. No matter how big the pickle is, it's a pretty big pickle.
I'll have to look into that.
It's like the Ryan George naming compilation, and then like the first guy to ever.
I've seen some of the first guy to ever.
Like the first guy to ever want to order takeout.
Oh my God. The first guy to ever do everything is 2 hours long.
Oh, it's worth it. It's worth it.
All right. So that is all of my commonly held American superstitions. But I do have some international ones.
I bet these are all dumb because they're not American.
Wow.
Silly foreigners.
I remember in the episode that we did on idioms that you mentioned Bob's your uncle being a Britishism.
Yes.
And I remember you mentioned it in the context of a movie, and I don't remember what movie that was.
Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery.
Interesting, because it was also in Cat in the Hat, which I watched a couple days ago, in the Cupcake and Eta scene. You just put whatever you want in the tray, and then Bob's your uncle. Cupcakes.
I'll cut you and make it look like a bloody accident.
It's such a good movie.
It is.
But yeah, apparently that's one of Mike Myers' just things, which is funny because he's Canadian. He's not even British.
Yeah, it's British adjacent.
Is it? I wouldn't think
Yeah.
so. They're French adjacent and American adjacent.
No, they still consider, like, their money still has the Queen on it. Like, they're still very British heavy. which is
Alright.
dumb because the royal family is dumb and completely. It's British Kardashians. All it is means nothing
Sure, I agree.
except the royal family's not as rich.
As the Kardashians?
Yes, maybe Queen Elizabeth before she kicked it should have put out a sex tape,
I was just about to make that same joke.
and she could have been the Kardashians.
Anyway, in Italy, they avoid the number 17. That is because in Roman numerals, 17 is spelled VIXI, which is Latin
VIXI.
for I have lived, which implies death. That one feels a bit reachy,
Huh. Interesting.
but they dodge the number 17.
How do they feel about the reindeer vixen? They opposed? Is it an undead reindeer?
I don't know anyone that has lived in, yeah, I don't know any Italians. I don't think. I don't know anyone who'd be able to give me insight here.
Is that what having 80% of your brain being pasta does to you?
The reason that it's all squiggly is just the noodles.
I mean, if you think about it, the brain is kind of just like a lasagna, layer on layer on layer.
Sure, yeah. In similar superstition, China
China.
has a stop it. Has a superstition against the number 4 because it sounds like the word for death.
Hmm. Well, I'm glad that it isn't just America that's been wussified by this cancel culture, hold your hand like a baby, uh, participation trophy crowd.
Okay.
If a word is too close to the word death, then you're just going to 86 it from everything in your life.
86, also bad luck. That means a restaurant has run out of something.
So 4, where'd you say that was?
China. It
Oh.
If you look at like taller buildings in China, a lot of times they will avoid having 4 in their floor numbers. So it would go from the 3rd floor to the 5th floor and they would skip all of the 40s, 14, all of that.
That's crazy. How do they account for that vacuum of space where that 4th floor is inaccessible to anyone in this dimension?
That's where all of the bad luck in China is.
This is this is where I think superstition goes too far.
Okay.
Because in America, we also we have the hang up with the number 13. You go to a casino, you go to a lot of hotels, and there's just no 13th floor.
Mhm.
And it is so stupid because you know what the 13th floor is? The 14th floor. You know what the
Yeah.
14th floor is? The 15th floor? It's the 14th floor.
Mhm.
And we're just supposed to act like this is okay.
Yeah, because it's bad luck.
That we let these lunatics build these buildings that reach up into the sky, and they can't even come to terms with the fact that the the floor between 12 and 14 is 13.
If you are in a particular kind of tall building, say a casino, I can very much understand why you would want to avoid things that seem like they would be bad luck. If I were a gambler, and I am very much not, I don't think I would want to stay on the 13th floor.
We are
I also don't really believe that 13 is an unlucky number. I have personal beef with the fact that 13 is considered unlucky, but neither here nor there.
yeah, you know from personal experience. But I think that we're gonna do. I think it's on our list for casinos because I have all kinds of gripes about casinos. But as far as superstitions in casinos go, it drives me absolutely nuts when you sit down next to someone who, anytime things aren't going their way, they start beating on the screen
Yeah.
to will the combination or whatever they're trying to get to appear on the screen. Drives me up the wall. And if I see you doing that, I automatically know that whatever I thought your IQ was, it's probably 20, 30 points below that.
I just needed one more Howard Wolowitz. God damn it.
But like I said, casinos are going to be their own thing at some point.
Adding it to the list.
Uh, if it's not already there.
I don't think it is. All right. In Japan, it is bad luck to stick chopsticks upright in rice.
I've heard about that one. It's bad form. Why?
It represents a funeral ritual, which is it mimics the incense sticks that are offered to the dead at funerals. So this also symbolizes death.
Huh.
Alternatively, it is inviting spirits to eat.
What's wrong with that? I'm sure they're lonely.
I don't imagine it's inviting the good ones. It's like a Ouija board. I don't think you want to roll the dice. Yeah, maybe you get a good one, and maybe you get Annabelle.
I bet she's got some great stories, though.
Bet she does. I bet you're about to become one of them.
Hmm. That could be in Conjuring 37.
Sure, yeah. Annabelle takes Manhattan.
Annabelle goes to space. Freddy and Jason versus Annabelle.
I would love to make that movie.
Well, let's get on it.
This is going to be our low budget horror project.
Uh,
We're about to get Pluto is about to go into the public domain, so we might be getting another horror movie sometime soon.
there was a movie that came out recently called Good Boy.
Mhm.
It was a horror movie from a dog's perspective.
Yeah.
And I want to see it.
I do too. I haven't watched it.
It's
Is it already out?
it's intriguing. Yes. I think it's like already like watchable somewhere.
Check that out.
Did you have any more?
I do. I have a couple more. So, la mala suerte is bad luck. It is when you sweep a person's feet. That means that they will never marry.
What if they're already married?
Divorce
Then they're
immediately.
safe?
No,
Oh,
divorce immediately.
oh.
No,
So
I don't
what
know.
you're saying is, huh? Okay, would that hold up in a court of law? Right. Yeah. Irreconcilable differences. I mean, my feet got swept. I can't. Like, you had to let me out.
Uh-huh. If I
Uh,
remember correctly, I think it also has to be like bare feet. I think there's like more specifics to
how many
this.
bears are getting married?
I mean, if
And
you're
is this
a
like Goldilocks? Like, what's going on? Snow White? What are you doing sweeping next to a bear? This is why other countries are dumb and America is the best.
God. I have two more. In Brazil, it is bad luck to put your purse on the floor.
I would assume that it is bad luck to have a purse in Brazil at all.
Probably a safe assumption in parts of Brazil.
You remember what
The
happened to Ryan Lochte when he was in Brazil? If you don't remember, go refresh yourself on the Ryan Lochte Rio story because it is bananas.
I don't remember anything about Ryan Lochte, but I do remember Ryan Lochte in the context of Family Guy. When he shows up to the Winter Olympics, Peter calls him out on it. He was like, "Aren't you in the other Olympics?" He goes, "No, it's cold," and he just like walks away.
Oh,
All right, the last one that I have was the evil eye, which is the Middle East and South Asia. This is the belief that envy causes harm. Amulets, blue beads, and hand symbols are used for protection because it is allegedly to, I believe, reflect back that bad energy that people have towards you.
well, okay. That's
I personally really like the aesthetic of evil eyes. I don't know that I believe they do anything, but I don't believe in most of this stuff, but I still practice some of it. I just think they're cool. I think they're neat.
yeah. Well, as a callback to our idioms episode, I have some Southern superstitions if you would like.
By all means.
Carrying a rabbit's foot. Would you ever carry around a rabbit's foot for good luck?
No, absolutely not. That sounds
Do you know
horrific.
which rabbit's foot is the luckiest?
There's a specific rabbit's foot you're supposed to have.
There is.
I'm gonna guess back right.
Ah,
No
so
particular reason.
close. Left hind foot.
Oh, okay. Why?
Uh-huh. That's
Why?
a fantastic question. I can look it up for you. One. Comes from a mix of European folklore, ancient symbolism, and Southern Appalachian superstition, all layered up on top of each other. Why rabbit's foot at all? Rabbits have long symbolized fertility, abundance, and survival because they reproduce quickly and live in burrows.
Survival feels like a bad take if you have
So,
to, I assume, kill the rabbit to Take its foot.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. In Celtic and early European folklore, animals that live underground were thought to have magical or protective powers.
Hmm.
Why the foot? The foot represents movement, travel, and progress, so carrying it was believed to help you move forward safely in life. A foot taken from a fast animal was thought to pass along its speed and ability to escape danger. In folklore, the left side has always been considered mystical and dangerous. The word sinister literally means left in Latin. That's why you got to watch out for those southpaws, those left-handed freaks, which I have one, and you don't want to get on her bad side. Promise.
I used a left-handed corkscrew at work the other day, and it was trippy.
Yeah.
You don't think that it's that different, but I am also fortunate enough to be a righty.
Well, I mean, if there was no big difference between right-handed stuff and left-handed stuff, then Ned Flanders wouldn't have a business. Leftorium
And
wouldn't
he almost
exist.
didn't.
He got downgraded to a kiosk at one point, but you know what? He's still making the best he can as a twice over widower for Rod and Todd. So, why the hind foot? The hind legs are the rabbit's source of power and speed. Symbolically, it's the rabbit's strongest limb, tied to survival and escape.
Oh.
Ooh, in some African American hoodoo and Southern traditions, the luckiest rabbit's foot had very specific rules. Had to come from a rabbit caught in a graveyard at midnight during a full moon, sometimes by a crossroads, and often killed with a silver bullet.
That's too many. What actually qualifies as a crossroads? Because I can't it can't be all of them, right?
I don't know. Why don't you ask the devil?
Are there special ones where you get to meet the devil, or can I just go, like, down a block where there's an intersection and just meet
Just
him,
hang around
sell me
there
soul or whatever?
and just have one of those signs like the chauffeurs at the airport have with the person's last name.
Satan.
Just hold up devil. Yeah. See what happens. All right. What about a horseshoe? Which way does it have to face?
It has to be a U shape, so it has to have the ends up.
Yep, has to be facing up. It is for protection and stored luck. Iron was believed to repel evil spirits. The U shape catches the luck when facing up. If it were loop side down, then all your luck would just fall to the floor.
Yeah.
And it came from medieval Europe, mostly blacksmiths. Superstition.
Okay. If it is held with the loop side, the ends down, would it imbue your household with that luck, or do you just lose it?
No, you just lose it. It's just gone.
Lame.
There's also, um, I think this is mostly for cowboy hats, but putting your hat on the bed is also considered bad luck and a bad omen.
Hmm. Interesting.
Birds hitting a window means death or bad news is coming because birds are messengers between worlds.
That is a concerning context for the Windex commercials. How many people died in that house?
If I'm just looking out a window and all of a sudden a bird flies right into it, I would know that something is up.
So if you don't clean the glass in your home and a bird doesn't fly into it, that's good luck. No one dies if you just don't clean your windows.
And speaking of omens, owls, omens of death,
Yeah, that makes sense.
nocturnal animals linked to the unseen. Their cries were thought to announce spirits. This was a Native American and Appalachian folklore, which I do have a little side story for that. Um, there's a big park by my house that I
Mhm,
used to ride the dirt trails on with a bicycle.
mhm,
There's one time I did it at night, and this thing is tricky enough during the day. At night, it was a nightmare.
mhm.
That's why I've only done it one time. But when you stumble upon an owl in its natural habitat in complete darkness, it's terrifying. It's not fun. It
Yeah.
just feels off.
Did anything bad happen afterwards? Was it an omen or something?
I mean, I got divorced a couple years later. So, depending on who you ask, I mean, maybe it was a good omen. I don't know.
I would also be very early. I feel like it should be more pressing and you should not just be worrying about it for 2 years if something is gonna happen.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what their timetable is. Owls are busy. I would assume.
Sure.
Crickets in the house are good luck.
I beg to differ.
Have you ever seen Mulan?
I have. Not the live action one, because that sounds
I
awful.
haven't seen the live action one either. Crickets eat pests. Their sound was comforting and linked to prosperity. I don't think that the sound of crickets indoors is comforting.
It makes me feel like I'm not funny. Hurts my feelings.
What about this one? Black cats. How do you feel about white cats?
About white cats?
Black cats.
I like black cats.
The
I don't think
animal,
they're
not
bad
the
though.
firework.
I like both. I have never understood the hate for black cats. I understand where it comes from, and I am also probably the target demographic for owning a black cat, but
You have a half black cat.
I do.
You have an interracial cat.
I do, yeah. He's a
Good for
tuxedo
you.
cat, and he's been behind me on his tree for most of this episode.
What about rocking an empty rocking chair?
That's bad luck.
You're just inviting someone to come take a seat, someone unseen.
And I am giving them peace because they get to. Who is mad when they're in a rocking chair? I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
inviting good things. It's good karma for the spirits.
Leaving your shoes upside down. You step in a
Oh.
big puddle, you're screwed. Either you put them upside down to dry out and drain out, and you get the bad luck, or you just let that water sit, let them get all mildewy, and you don't have to worry about the bad luck. But then you do have to worry about the infection that comes from having mildewy shoes. So I don't know. You got to roll the dice with that one.
Okay.
It'll rain if cows are lying down. Huh.
Is this an animals can predict the weather kind of thing?
I
How like
would
all of the birds leave an area where there's about to be a giant storm?
assume it has some roots in that. Or just one guy noticed that his cows were a little lethargic one day, and then all of a sudden the rain came, put two and two together, and then ran off with it, started telling all of his buddies, they tell all their buddies, and so on and so forth. And now ChatGPT knows that this is a thing that stupid people think and is now regurgitating it to me to inform the masses. So I'm no better than that idiot on his farm.
Any more southernisms?
I got a couple more. Do you ever think about when your palm itches?
I do sometimes. I've heard that it's money is coming your way, I believe.
In the right hand. If your left palm itches, you're about to find out that Bernie Madoff made off with all of your retirement money because you're about to lose some Skrilla.
Some Skrilla.
Some cheddar is about to be gone. Your slice of the quiche is going to get a little smaller. Don't whistle at night. I've heard this one before.
Why?
It invites spirits that are walking around to your presence.
Oh.
It lets them know you're there.
Because they don't know that I'm there otherwise?
No, they don't. They just go about their day. Same thing. If a hen crows like a rooster, wring its neck, because that means something bad's about to happen. Oh, here you go. If you step over a broom, you won't get married. Oh, this is one from Faja's neck of the woods. I mean, his is a little different from what he had growing up, but if it rains while the sun is shining, the devil is beating his wife. That's how you know.
Yeah. The devil is beating his wife or the foxes are getting married, I believe.
Yeah, that's the Bangladeshi version.
Which is significantly happier. I'll be sticking with that one. Foxes are getting married.
I mean, if you married the devil, didn't you know what you were getting into? Not to victim blame, but you
Wow.
can't change him. Stop trying.
It's I've seen the new season of South Park.
Well, you mean let's see how many times we can use the same joke in every single episode? Well, it's like every chance to show his manhood they can get.
Manhood feels a little optimistic.
No, you don't want to call it his boyhood. That sounds weird.
Sure, yeah. There has to be a third option here.
His
It's not his manhood because it looks like it could reset your SIM card.
penile malady. There we go. Oh, so that's all of the southern superstitions that I felt were pertinent to this episode. But I do have one little side story. I've been watching a show on Prime Video, and I'm a dirty peasant, so I have to watch it with commercials. And
Sure.
there is a commercial with a for a medication. Don't even pay attention to what the medication is, because whenever the commercials come on, I tune those out. But what always brings me back, like my attention just snaps right back into place, is that one of the side effects is that it can cause bleeding between your genitals and your anus. They say this 2 times, and the second time is when they say, if you experience bleeding between your genitals and anus, contact a doctor.
Huh.
I think it might be some sort of diabetic medicine. It's not like Ozempic or anything like that. But just when you're completely tuned out and you're just trying to entertain yourself for the 2.5 minutes before your show comes back, and then you just hear, you might have bleeding between your anus and genitals. It brings you right back down to earth.
I'm so curious how they found out that it specifically causes taint bleeding.
Wouldn't
Nowhere
it?
else? Just
It's very specific between your genitals and anus. Next time that commercial comes on, I will send it to you, and you can hear how jarring the words genitals and anus are. It's like they emphasized it. They were like, hey, you've got this going on. We want to help you, but just know, please be well aware that there is a possibility that you could start to bleed between your anus and your genitals. We need you to know that. So
that
next time it's on, I'll send that your way. That is one thing that I will give the Europeans and pretty much every other part of the world, that they aren't subjected to these commercials on television, because pharmaceutical ads do not exist outside of the United States, as far as I know. So,
which they shouldn't. They shouldn't exist anywhere. That is ridiculous.
yeah, well, where else are you going to see two old couples or two old people in separate bathtubs on a hillside overlooking a sunset because his
We're
wiener works
enjoying
again? Ugh.
enjoying non-holiday related fireworks.
But that's my tangential story is over. I think I said genitals and anus probably 20 times.
Too many times, yeah. And on that note, I have one more section of this pod.
Oh, okay. Bring it on
Do
home.
you have do you have any modern superstitions that you can think of? Are there any modern day examples of knocking on wood or sweeping your feet, meaning you're not getting married?
Um, I mean, one was the brilliant marketing lady that pulled out her poster board with all the ways that Monster is satanic.
Sure, yeah.
That's a modern one. Um,
I wonder how that lady's doing now.
I'm sure she's the head of PR at Coca-Cola now. No, I mean, most of the stuff that I inadvertently do is stuff that I was taught to do by parents who were taught to do that by their parents, whose parents were taught to do that by their parents.
Okay,
Do you have any modern instances?
I do. There is Macbeth in the theater.
Mm.
You are, unless you are Lin-Manuel Miranda or someone playing Alexander Hamilton, you are not supposed to say Macbeth in theaters. It is bad luck.
Hmm. What's the origin with break a leg?
There's something I remember reading something about that a long time ago. And don't get me wrong, it was not from a legitimate source. It was probably like an iFunny picture or something like that.
Uh,
It was something to do with the cast, I believe. Break a leg so you stay in the cast or something along those lines.
huh.
I don't believe that is where that originated in the slightest, but
Huh. No, I remember that episode where the Simpsons go to London and Ian McKellen is outside a theater and Homer's like, "Oh, you're in Macbeth?" And then Sir Ian McKellen says, "Oh, well, it's bad luck to say the name of the play." What do you mean, Macbeth? Well,
Mhm.
yeah, the specific name of this specific play, and then all this stuff just starts falling down on Ian McKellen.
Sir Ian McKellen.
Sir Ian
If
McKellen.
you're gonna
Sorry,
commit to it, you got to commit to it.
sorry, I
Apparently,
forgot he got his knighthood.
break a leg comes from it's essentially the reverse of knocking on wood. If you say something that you think might invite bad luck, you knock on wood to bring good luck. If you say break a leg, you are essentially saying something that is bad luck, so they will actually get good luck.
Hmm. Okay.
Wishing for good luck invites evil spirits, so wishing for misfortune like a broken leg tricks fate into bringing success.
Hmm. Okay.
I also have
Reverse psychology.
yeah, with the spirits. Chain messages were a thing that came up in my research. The send this or else emails that everybody got for a brief window there. I was a part of those for a while.
Oh, you were?
No, I was, yeah.
Huh.
I used to get them a lot from one specific friend and my yeah, I got them from one specific friend, and then I would get them from, like, grandma and mom.
Oh, yeah, I would get them from mom.
"Hope you have a good day. Look at these puppies. If you don't send this to 15 people, you might die."
They all get it. And then you don't send it, and then
Exactly.
someone sends you a video, and you don't wanna open it, but you do. The
Mhm.
curiosity gets the better of you.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're just your screen is full of these cute, innocent puppies. All of a sudden, someone comes in from out of frame, holds a 9 mil to the 2-week-old Labrador's head, and says, "You did this. This is because of you. You didn't send this to 10 people. This is what you've done. You have to live with this." And then no more Labrador. That's all your fault.
That reminds me of that Key and Peele sketch where I forget which one it is, but one of them is like, "Do you have $1 to save a child?" He's like,
Yeah.
"Actually, yeah, I got $1." So he gives him one, and then a van pulls up, they just push one kid out the door.
No,
He's like,
just
"Wait,
one.
wait, I've
Just
got,
one.
like, 5 more."
Uh,
Manifestation, also superstition. All of these manifesting girlies who are creating their dream worlds. I believe in manifestation to an extent.
yeah. I mean, Manifest Destiny worked out for a certain group of people pretty well. So,
Don't know that I think about it in that context, but sure. I believe that you attract the energy that you put out. And so I think a lot of the manifestation stuff is hooey, but I also think that there's
unless you're a magnet, then you attract the opposite of the energy you put out. So,
that is true. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not a big like actively manifesting person, but I do think you get what you give.
hey,
Call back
call
to the
back
last
to
episode.
our last episode. So, essentially, what you're saying is do good things happen. Do bad things happen. Oh, such a great show.
Such a great show. I'm almost done with my rewatch of it. My most recent rewatch of it.
We started a while ago, and then I didn't feel like Emily was really into it, so we switched to Raising Hope. Made it through like 2 seasons, and then just got busy with life and stuff.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Raising Hope after a couple of seasons.
Yeah,
Once Jimmy and Sabrina get together, it's eh.
yeah. Like, where do we go now?
I will say though that my YouTube algorithm, because I never watch the shorts, my YouTube algorithm will only show me shorts from like 3 shows. It's one Disney show, it's Mom from CBS, and it's Raising Hope. I've I've probably seen the entirety of the show out of the shorts on my
In
recommended
short form?
page. Yes,
Well, I mean, if you're going to be subjected to something like that, that's one of the better things to be subjected to.
sure, of course. I'm glad I'm not in a lot of the other camps of the YouTube Shorts algorithm.
What if all of your shorts were just budget bro stuff, crypto stuff?
I think I would cancel my YouTube Premium subscription and take a moment to reflect. I've done something wrong.
That's probably fair. Any parting words of wisdom?
Don't get your child a guinea pig.
Okay, that is fair. Does that
That's all I got.
What about guinea pig adjacent pets?
No hamsters.
Gerbils, hamsters, uh, sugar gliders, ferrets.
You definitely should not get your child a ferret. You want them to grow up with no friends? Get them the stinkiest animal that you can possibly have.
That would be a penguin.
I don't think that you're legally allowed to
Penguin.
own penguins unless you are Mr. Pop.
Can you legally own a penguin in Texas?
If it's anywhere, it's
Owning a penguin as a pet is illegal in most countries, including the United States.
Lame.
This answer is from Tab.
I don't care.
what countries can you own a penguin in? It's only illegal in most of them.
What countries can you own a penguin in?
Countries like South Africa, Australia, Peru, Chile, New Zealand, and several subantarctic islands are home to the various 18 penguin species. This answer is from
Oh.
fluffyplanet.com.
It's from what.com?
Fluffy planet, but it was like Fluffy planet. I don't know. Sometimes her silly Australian accent doesn't translate well.
It's funny. My echo is Indian.
Oh, that's no, that seems a little racist.
Is it?
Indian
Why?
man or Indian woman?
Woman.
Does it bob around when it's answering your question?
That was racist.
All right. Well, my parting words of wisdom for this episode are: if you have a superstition, that's fine. You do you, man. Don't get cranky at me when I don't subscribe to that superstition, and we'll all be gravy. Mind your own biscuits, and life will be gravy.
And with that, we're out.
We'll see ya.